If given the opportunity, who here would like to visit another place in our solar system? Me personally, I would like to go to Saturn. That is my favorite planet. According to the news press, 45% of Americans have no clue that our sun is also a star. So today I am here to educate you guys about the objects in our solar system. Me, I love space. I love looking up at the stars, and even in my free time I'll get out my Chromebook and just look up interesting facts about planets and our solar system. Also, I've taken an Earth and Space Science class here at Andale High School. I love learning about space, and I believe you guys will too, because I always think it's fun to learn something new. Now, there are many objects in our solar system, but I think it is split up really into four main categories, which are the Sun, the inner planets, the outer planets, and the dwarf planets. So first we will get started with the king of our solar system, which is known as the Sun. The Sun is the most important thing in our solar system. It provides light and heat to everything orbiting around it. All the information provided by the Sun will be given from the Sun Centennial of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Our Sun is massive in size, 862,000 miles long, which is 109 Earths stacked side by side. And it is also large in mass, being 99.8% of the matter in our solar system. Our Sun is also very old, being 4.5 billion years old, and it also has another 5 billion years left of lifespan, so it hasn't even reached half of its life yet. It originally formed from a cloud of dust and gas way back when, and once its lifetime expires, it will collapse into a huge thermal explosion. Now that we've learned about our Sun, let's move on to the next thing, the inner planets. There are four inner planets. In order, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. They're also known as the terrestrial planets. All the information given by the terrestrial planets is given by tpwd.texas.gov. First, we'll start off with Mercury, which is the closest planet to the Sun. 59 Earth days is equal to 1 Mercury day. And actually, the best time to spot Mercury is, well, right now. It is easily spotted in night times in late March and early April evenings. The second planet is Venus. This planet, interestingly enough, spins backwards, which is the only planet that does that. And due to it being so close to the Earth, it actually shines brighter than most stars in our universe. Finally, we have Earth, which is, everybody, you guys know Earth, is the third and biggest planet in the inner planets. This planet has liquid water, which means it can support life, and is the only planet we know that can support life. And many people think the reason we have seasons is due to how close the Earth is to the Sun, which is actually false. The reason we do have seasons is due to the Earth's tilt, and it's by how much sunlight it hits each part of the Earth. Finally, we have Mars, which is the fourth and final inner planet. Nickname for Mars is the red planet, as it appears red in the sky sometimes. 1 Mars year is equal to almost 2 Earth years. Now that we've gotten to know a little bit about the inner planets, let's move to the outer planets. So there are 4 outer planets, just like the inner planets. They are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. A nickname for these is the gas giants because, well, they're made of gas. The information given by the gas giant planets is from tpwd.texas.gov. First, we'll start off with Jupiter, which is the 5th planet from the Sun, and is by far the largest planet in our solar system. In fact, Jupiter is so large, it can fit 1,300 Earths, which is insane. Jupiter also has 62 confirmed moons, with many more waiting for confirmation. Next, we'll get to Saturn, and you guys probably are all familiar with Saturn because it's famous for its rings. Well, as it appears to look like one giant ring around Saturn, it is actually a set of thousands of rings. Next up, we have Uranus, which is the 7th planet from the Sun. Uranus is actually tilted on its side, and so is its rings, so it looks different. It is the only planet that is tilted on its side. And due to it being so far from the Sun, it is a very, very cold planet. Finally, we have Neptune, which is the 8th and final planet in our solar system. Neptune is named after the god of the sea, the Roman god of the sea, and it is the only planet that cannot be seen by the human eye at nighttime. According to the Pittsburgh Post, gas planets cannot sustain life due to them not having a surface to stand on. But interestingly enough, scientists have found that their moons might be able to support life. Now that we're done talking about our outer planets, let's move to the dwarf planets. Yes, many people don't notice that there are also dwarf planets, and yes, they are smaller than normal planets. Cliff Sane, a reporter for Springfield Newsletter, has given us information about the dwarf planets. For some time, as you guys know, there were 9 planets in our solar system. I'm sure you guys have all heard of Pluto, which was downgraded to a dwarf planet. Many people believe that it was downgraded due to its size, which is partly the reason, but mostly it's because it could not clear its orbit, which means that there were other gravitational objects acting on its orbit around the sun. So that's why it was downgraded to a dwarf planet. So as of right now, there are 5 dwarf planets, and like I said, they are all smaller than regular planets. So congratulations, now you guys know a little bit more about what is in our solar system. So let's review. First we talked about the sun, then we moved on to the inner planets, then the outer planets, and finally we talked about the dwarf planets. So really, I'd like to urge you guys to just look up at the stars and just kind of admire them. You can look for constellations and stuff like that. There are also numerous apps you can get on your phone to see like which star is which and even see planets where they are. So I'd like to leave you with one final thing: is space is infinite, which means there are infinite opportunities and anything is possible. So reach for the stars.